Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stand, welcome to your road trip / preview of the Southampton game this weekend. We're doing it here outside Old Trafford, nothing on the road, simply because we're setting off bright and early because it is a 12:30 kickoff. I'll be on the road around 5-6 o'clock and nobody wants to see that sight, trust me. They don't want to see that on film and nobody around the world wants to see that on film. But one thing we do want to see is Manchester United finally get a win against Southampton. I say that, I go to Southampton, I've been there quite a lot, never seem to be able to get the win. It's always a draw. I think if you come to Old Trafford, you go to St Mary's, United against Southampton predominantly always seems to be a draw. It's just that boring game. It's going to be a real stern test after the Liverpool game for United. Less preparation time, like I said, early start, 12:30. Notoriously, we are pretty poor at early starts in the Premier League. I don't think our record is great. It isn't fantastic. But I say this, and I did a little write-up, I did a preview on the United Stand website for this game. And when you look into the stats of this game, it's completely different to how you perceive it, how it looks when you're actually there. We haven't lost at St Mary's in 14 games. 14. The problem with that is there's loads of draws. Like I said, it's that boring game. There's never a comfortable win. It's never one-way traffic. It's always very tight. It's always very close. We know exactly the dangers that Southampton brings. Since Hasenhüttl has been in charge of Southampton, it's been nutrition. It's been zapping. It's been Southampton 100% all the way through to the last minute. They don't give you a second to break, and you have to be on it constantly. That is their game plan. It's energy. It's getting about you. It's waiting for mistakes. And to be honest, United have made loads of mistakes recently, and that's where we've come unstuck. The one thing we did do against Liverpool was not make any. Lo and behold, United get an actual win. That's what it is with this team at the moment. It's about how United can lose the game. All teams do is set up solid against us and wait for us to make the mistake. That's what we've got to deal with. And Southampton are notoriously excellent at that, especially against us. We cut out their best players, a Ward-Prowse, probably a Romeo in midfield. We've always lost, in my opinion, that midfield battle against Southampton. We need to cut that out. We're heading into this game on the back of 7 straight away defeats in the Premier League. Their record, I think, is 1 win in 8 at St Mary's. It just shouts out draw in every single way, but we can't afford a draw. We need to bounce back after the Liverpool win with another win. We need to start building momentum now. Question is, and Ten Hag has talked about it, he was asked questions about it, maintaining that energy, maintaining that 100% all the way through. I mean, the kilometres that we run in certain games has been brought up to a level where it probably doesn't need to. It probably wasn't even relevant back in the day, but all of a sudden it's under the scope. It's right there in the spotlight at how much United work and how hard they work. We knew we weren't working hard enough. We knew we weren't fit enough because we weren't able to see games out. We weren't able to come back against teams. We didn't have that extra bit of energy. We did against Liverpool, but it burnt us out completely and we were struggling after 70 minutes. Ten Hag has addressed this. He said he needs 2 players for every single position on the pitch. Already we're seeing why, because he's just done his press conference and give us the news that Martial is out now. He's probably going to be out for 3 weeks with an Achilles injury. So straight away, game plan A goes out the window. We're on to B. Crazy to think that game plan B would be bringing Cristiano Ronaldo into a team, but that's just the way Ten Hag is working it right now. You look at it and you go, Ronaldo coming into this team, how does that change things? Well, if you're going to play similar to how you did against Liverpool, it might actually benefit us because a lot of diagonals were going straight out to Elanga and that was our get out from De Gea. You've got Ronaldo, who's more of a target man. He's better in the air and he can hold the ball up better than anyone else of our forward players for me. So you could play direct, bringing Ronaldo in could actually help us. It could actually make that game plan that we had against Liverpool work again. They will be all over us at the back. They're a high pressing team, Southampton, very similar, just not as good as Liverpool at it. But they will do it and they're more confident of doing it on their own ground. I was there last season. Again, we played at St Mary's. I think it was our first away game back with fans back in the stadium. We were all upbeat after the Leeds victory, 5-1 at home. Went to Southampton and it just completely fell apart. The players buckled under the pressure. It's one thing having a buoyant crowd that were protesting outside, getting right behind you against the biggest game in world football, new signings walking out the tunnel, everyone jubilant and building off that atmosphere. It's not going to work in away games. The players need to do more. The atmosphere will be there, but it won't be for them. The pressure will be on. Can we keep up and can we maintain that energy and that discipline in an away game? Like I said, this will be 8 in a row if we do not win it. well, if we lose it anyway, it will be 8 defeats in a row, which is catastrophic. This is our worst away form since 1936, believe it or not. This is how bad we are right now. And this is where United have struggled. When it's against them, when the pressure's on, they've buckled. And they're taking an element of that away by playing long and more direct and not passing out from the back. I think Ten Hag has accepted that David De Gea cannot do that. And we didn't do any of that against Liverpool, and we took their threat away. Southampton's threat is that. It's basically pressing us high and waiting for a mistake. I've said it for about 4 years now. How you beat United is just give them the ball. If you give United the ball, you will get a mistake, you will capitalise on it, and you will probably score. That's how a lot of teams have played against us over the last few years. And Southampton, like I said, have been the masters at it, and they will do it again. I've mentioned their danger men. I mean, Adams, has been, surprisingly, in my opinion, their top striker. I think Adam Armstrong, who came from Blackburn, has been a disappointment for them. Obviously, they've lost Brozier now as well. He's gone back to Chelsea. So I see, in terms of threats up front, I think we can handle it. It's in and around the box, the Ward-Prowse effect. We can't be affording to give too many mistakes away. We can't afford to give that man the opportunity to deliver the ball because they're stronger in the air than us. As we know, we're lacking in size. And to be fair, Liverpool weren't exactly the biggest side in the world, were they? You're looking at it and you go, in Southampton, different ball game altogether. And for me, that's where their threat comes. Set pieces, Ward-Prowse, in and around the box. Don't give him the time. Don't give away silly free kicks. Yes, we can defend them to a certain extent, but the more that comes, the more opportunities you give him to get that delivery just right. And he will, and we know it. We know it better than anyone. Set pieces has been their way against us every single season. He'll get it right and it will cost us. Can we be disciplined in that and not be diving in that situation? I believe that Casemiro will come in. I can't see why he would not bring Casemiro into this team now. Hopefully, we're going to have Varane and Martinez at the back again. I'm going to have the same fullbacks, because that back four, let's be honest, after Liverpool, deserve to be in this team. They really do. Past that, you're looking in midfield at Casemiro. Who is going to partner him? Is it going to be a Bruno and an Eriksen and a free? Is Fred going to play because of his good record in Brazil with Casemiro? They've got a great record. I think it was somewhere on the line of 17 games, 15 wins, I think. 15 or 16 wins when Casemiro and Fred have been partnered in midfield. The forward line pretty much takes care of itself for me. I think Ronaldo will come in. I can't see him. I mean, there is a chance you're going to get the same starting three as you did against Liverpool, and some will say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm just thinking Ronaldo sat there, that presence, that extra target man, good in the air, and can be good in the air defensively as well. Let's not forget that. So if them free kicks and corners come from Southampton, they're going to be more of a threat than what Liverpool were with him. Having Ronaldo in the box defending as well as attacking isn't a bad thing. Is Ten Hag going to look at that? Because you're not going to get the energy that a Rashford's going to bring you for 70 minutes with Ronaldo. And I know that's a question, but one thing you can't question Rashford on so far this season is the energy and the effort that he's put in. His end product still hasn't been brilliant. Looks like it's getting there, and he was better against Liverpool, but he hasn't got a Ronaldo end product. But he will give you more in terms of effort and energy. Sancho and Elanga alike. Is Ten Hag thinking energy more than quality in Ronaldo? Because that's what it comes down to. Are we going to get the work rate from the front three, or are we going to get the quality and hold-up play that stops as much work rate because Ronaldo holds on to it better? That's where the option is, and that's where United did have options. But clear to see exactly where our problem is right now with the injury of Martial. This is bad. I think Ricky's picked up on it a few times in terms of concern over Martial's injury record now. It's been noticed he had 3 injuries while he was in Seville for half a season. He's already had 2 this season, and we're only 4th game in. Does that mean we need to go out and get the other forward? Is Anthony enough? 2 players in every position. But we still don't know what's going to happen with Ronaldo if Ronaldo is going to leave. So, for me, it's where we're going to struggle this season. This game shows us straight away we haven't got the other option now on the bench. We're not going to have a Ronaldo to come off the bench or Martial to come off the bench now. It's probably going to be Elanga off the bench at best if Ronaldo plays, and vice versa. Whichever way he goes, I do believe Rashford and Sancho, the goal scorers, will definitely both start. I think it's between Elanga and Ronaldo who plays up front. I think it will be Eriksen and Bruno again. Or does he bring Fred in alongside Casemiro? McTominay will drop for me in this game. I know people bring up the size, and I just said it then in terms of height in them set pieces. He does offer us something a little bit more, but let's be honest, Casemiro's heading record is better than Scott McTominay's as well. So are we going to take Scott McTominay out, bring Casemiro in just to give us that bit more quality and control on the ball that Casemiro brings? Or are we going to keep McTominay in alongside Casemiro? These are all questions that are going to be answered when the team drops tomorrow. But looking at it, we have to keep up the intensity. The work rate needs to be the same because it is going to be matched, if not more, than Southampton. Then with a buoyant crowd behind them and knowing exactly what record they've got. And like I said, them fans will be craving a win at St Mary's. Like I said, I think it's 1 in 8 for them in the Premier League. Our away record matches their home record as being poor. But the crowd will be expectant, I think, at St Mary's, and they will smell blood as soon as they see any sign of nervousness or discontent in that United team. We need to be as one. We need to be like we was against Liverpool, encouraging players, not getting on top of mistakes and keeping the work rate up. If we do that, then we will beat Southampton. My score prediction is 1-0 United. I've already put it down in our group. That's what I'm going with. We are going to win, and back-to-back wins, and we are going to stop this away voodoo. Manchester United's away record is appalling at the moment. It needs to stop now, and I think we've got a good chance against Southampton. And then again, we could back it up against Leicester as well next week on deadline day. Looking ahead, I see where the problems are. I see what Southampton's threat is. But overall, like I said, I think United have got more, and I think United will win this game. It's just about how we implement Ten Hag's system, and if we give it the same energy that we did against Liverpool. Building up for big games is one thing. Going away to a smaller team, no disrespect to Southampton, when the crowd's on your back, that's on you. You ain't going to have the support of the fans. You've got to do more. Guys, that's it. Cheers for tuning in. As always, thanks for watching. Get your score predictions in below. Let me know what your team would be going forward. The midfield and the forward line now with Casemiro in, and obviously with Martial dropping out injured. Who comes in? How are you working it? Let me know. Drop your comments in below. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand. Cheers for watching, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at St Mary's, hoping that we're talking United victory and a nice long drive home, but a buoyant one, a happy one. That's what I need right now anyway, especially on the way. I'm not doing 8 in a row. I can't handle it, especially not this journey. Cheers for watching, everyone.